Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Leslie and you are in my kitchen down on the farm. And I am absolutely thrilled that you are here. I am trying, here lately, I've just gotten into this thing of trying some different and new recipes. Now, I would say 7 out of 10 times, I always ask myself, why try to fix something if it's not broken? But you want to try new things and you want to broaden your horizons and attempt new things. So that's what we're going to do today. We have a family favorite macaroni and cheese that is only 3 ingredients and it is absolutely delicious. But I thought I would try making it a new way. I do have 2 actually macaroni and cheeses that I make. One has egg and sour cream and so forth in it. One is just noodles, cheese, and milk, and that is it, and they're baked in the oven. But I have never done one that starts out with the bechamel sauce. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to get the noodles on to boil. I'm going to stand here and shred up a little bit of cheese. We're adding mozzarella to it as well as cheddar. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll bring you back when we put it all together. So I'll see you in just a second. So my water's over there coming to a boil, and we'll put our macaroni in just a little bit. I'll also add about a tablespoon of salt to my pasta water, but I wanted to get everything else ready. So let me make sure my mic is on. Yes. Okay. I mixed my 2 cheeses together and I reserved out 2 cups for the top. This will go in the bechamel sauce. I have 3 cups of milk and 1 cup of heavy cream. And I have 6 tablespoons of butter here. So now we're going to measure out our seasoning. I'm just going to put it all in one container and be done there. So I'm going in with a teaspoon of garlic. Let me grab the salt while I'm over here. A half a teaspoon of salt. That wasn't quite full. There we go. I'm going in with 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. All right. We're going in with mustard. And if you don't have dry mustard, you can actually substitute maybe some Dijon, like just put a little squirt in there. I'm going in with a teaspoon of mustard. But if you use the real like Dijon mustard, don't just do a little bit. And we're going in with a teaspoon of paprika. And a half a teaspoon of onion powder. I'm also going to be reserving I'm also going to be reserving a little bit of my pasta water to add into the sauce. There's starches when you boil your pasta. It creates starches in that water. And so we're going to use that to our advantage. And about 1/2 cup we'll keep out of it. So, all right, I have all my spices right here. Let's give them a little mix. Everything's right here together and ready to go. All right, I'm going to get my pasta in to boil, and we'll be back in just a little bit when it's done. All right, so our noodles are done, and before I drain them, I'm just going to reach in here and get a little bit of the sauce. I only need like about half a cup, so that should be good. Yep, that should be about right. And I'm going to go drain these in a colander, and I'm going to pour a little bit of oil over them so they don't stick. And then I'm going to bring this pot back over here, and we're going to use it so I don't mess up another pot. All right, so I'm going to put 6 tablespoons of butter down in here and let it melt and kind of become frothy. And once that happens, we're going to add in about 1/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour. So as you can see in here, it's fairly foamy looking and frothy looking. So we're going to go ahead and add in our 1/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour. And we're going to kind of cook that till it gets a little brown. And I've just got a whisk that I'm moving it around. I don't want anything to burn, but I do want to cook out that raw flour starchy taste. And we're just going to let it kind of start to brown. Whew, splattered. Okay, it's hard to see here, but it is starting to get like a nice golden tan brown. So we're going to call that good. That's about the way I want it. And we're going to drizzle in our milk, our heavy cream, and our pasta water. It's hard for me to whisk and pour at the same time, so I'm just going to kind of pour and then and then whisk in between each one. Okay. Go in with our heavy cream. Okay. And our 1/2 cup of pasta water. And we're just going to stir this until it gets thick and becomes almost like almost like a gravy, sort of. And I'm just going to whisk the whole time. And I'll bring you back when it reaches the consistency we're looking for. All right, it's starting to bubble a little bit. It's still not quite where we want it, but it's getting there. So we're going to go ahead and add in our seasoning. All those seasonings I measured out a while ago, we're going in here with those. And we're going to keep stirring. I'm going to get my oven preheated. I should have already done that. Okay, it's starting to thicken up. I can feel it as I'm whisking it. I can feel it thickening up. So we're just going to let this go just a little bit longer. And then we're going to add our cheeses to it. In fact, I believe I'm going to add my cheeses right about now. Let me grab them. Just want to go in a little at a time. All right. So there we go. There's our cheeses. Now let's get this stirred around. Oh my goodness, y'all. This smells delicious. It looks delicious. All right, look at that. Woo, look at that. All right, now let's go get our pasta. We're just going to mix that right in here. There we go. All right, I have a greased casserole dish over here. So let's go pour this up. That should be interesting because this pot is really heavy. And see if we can get this poured up and scooped out without losing a lot of things. I'll meet you over at the island. All right. So let's go here. I'm gonna lay that out right there to start with. Well, y'all, I don't know what it's gonna taste like, but it sure looks pretty and looks delicious. All right, I'll work on getting some more of that out in just a second. No, I think it's good. I think we did pretty good. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of lay that around, and then we're going to top this with more of that delicious cheese mixture we have here. So we're just going to top that. There's my piece of mozzarella. All right. So there we go. All right, guys. This will go into the oven. I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. We'll see. I'll let you know when we come back how long it was actually in there. But does this not look delicious? Okay. I did butter the edges of the dish here. Sprayed it with some spray just to help it come out a little easier, clean up a little easier. Speaking of cleanup, I got a few things to do because my daughter has requested chicken and rice soup. She's a little bit under the weather, so I've got to get some chicken and rice soup going, and I like that same pot to do that in. So, all right, I'll bring you back when this comes out of the oven. The timer just went off, so let's get it out of the oven. Oh, I want to brown the top just a little bit. The top needs to be brown just a little bit. So I'm going to turn it on. I don't think it needs to heat anymore. It's plenty hot. I'm just going to turn it on broil for just a second. I'm not going to walk away. And then I'll set it out. I'll show it to you. And then we'll wait for it to cool just a little bit anyway. Well, it's out of the oven and it looks beautiful. Now, it looks also scalding hot. Bryant's not here, so I won't burn his mouth to death. I'm going to wait a little bit for him to get here. He said he should be here in about 30 minutes, so it'll cool down a little bit, and I'll taste it probably before then. But I just want you guys to see this beauty. Is that not absolutely gorgeous? Have no idea if it's going to taste as good as I like my macaroni and cheese. I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to see. I keep looking down at it, sorry. But we're going to see if I like it as good as I do my own, my normal one. And, but it looks really good and it smells really, really good. All right, so I'm going to let it cool down just for a little bit. I'll see you back in. For you, it'll be just a second. For me, it'll be a few minutes. All right, let's give it a try, and we'll come back and try it again once Bryant gets here, but I can't wait. Oh my goodness, it is super duper cheesy. Okay, here we go. It's still steaming. That is very good. Very cheesy. Very, I don't know, do you guys have like cafeterias in your area that serve country cooking and have a good mac and cheese? That's kind of what it reminds me of. That's amazingly good. Very good. Now, will it take the place of my family one? I can tell you, just because I know my family, and when they get used to something, I don't know, they may really like this. We'll see what Bryant says when he gets here. It is absolutely delicious. Will I go through the trouble of making it when my other one is so easy to make? And I don't know. That's the thing. It's a little bit more labor intensive, but it's good. It is really, really, really good. But like I said, there's a few more steps to making it than it is my other one. My other one can't get any easier. You boil your noodles, you slice your cheese, and you put a layer of the macaroni noodles, a layer of the cheese, a layer of the macaroni noodles, a layer of the cheese, and then you just take a gallon of milk, not the whole gallon, but you take your milk and pour it. And I always use a glass container so I can see when I'm just about an inch from the top with milk, and then you stick it in the oven and bake it, and then that's all there is to it. So this one, there's definitely more work involved in making this one, but it is an elevated macaroni and cheese for sure. Definitely. So, all right, we're going to wait till Bryant gets here and let him give it a taste test, and then we'll say goodbye. So don't go anywhere. Bryant's coming. Okay, everyone, Bryant has gotten home, and the macaroni and cheese has definitely cooled quite a bit. So the cheese pull isn't quite as there as it was when it was nice and hot, but at least he won't burn his mouth.
Did you show him the cheese pull earlier?
I did.
Okay.
I think
hey,
I did.
everybody.
I think I did.
You think you did?
I don't know.
Here we go. This is different than what she normally does.
Mm-hmm.
Normally she does it's like a, what did you call it? A dry baked macaroni?
It's very, yeah.
But I can tell you already, I can see the cheese has melded really good in this. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What all kind of cheeses are in this?
Mozzarella and cheddar.
And I've not had a bite. I hadn't cheated. Okay, here we go. Very creamy, very delicious. That is really, really good. That dog will hunt.
That dog will hunt.
That's really good.
I told him it's a little bit more labor intensive than mine because mine is super simple and just
It's really good.
super easy. But that is
that ought to be on any table right there.
I told him it reminded me of very much of a cafeteria. Go through and get mac and cheese, that type of mac and cheese, restaurant mac and cheese.
It's better than cafeteria.
He says it's better than a cafeteria.
Yeah. Man,
all right.
Those cheeses work really good together.
Very good. Can you get any of the seasoning I put in it? Can you taste anything?
Just maybe some salt. Putting garlic.
I did put a little garlic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Whatever you did, it works well.
Okay. All right.
Only thing I need is a glass of sweet tea.
Sweet tea. I don't have any.
That is perfect right there.
All right. Very good. Well, there you have it. This is a winner. And it depends on what I'm cooking and how involved it is, whether I'll make this one or my normal one. But this one is very, very good. I think it's very elevated. Okay. He's picking this one over mine. So there you go. All right. Well, I will see you guys next time.
This one is very moist.
Moist. Yeah, that is true. Mine is much drier, but it's supposed to be. But obviously he likes this one better than
I like moist.
mine.
Don't take that personal.
I'm not. It's okay because I made this too.
Yeah, that's right. This is now yours.
So, all right. I will see you guys next time on the Farm and Pastor's Wife. We got some more good recipes coming up, and I can't wait to share them with you. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would love for you to do so and share my videos. Hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video, and be sure to give me a thumbs up. All right, I will see you guys next time. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.